All right then. If I may introduce him, really good friend of mine, big fan of the mini arcade show, excellent furry and brony artist at that. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. His name is Tinny-Butts, and he is a good friend of our good friend Mofetta.
Cool. So add him onto there, if you don't mind.
I will do that right now. Let's see, where is Tinny? There we go. And you do the honors, call him in.
Banana phone. Doo, 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 doo.
I swear, every time I hear that song, I love it.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding
Uh,
dong. Banana
and
phone.
get him back in here. Come
Oh,
on.
come on.
Come on, Tinny. We're having some problems here. Oh boy. There we go. Finally, Skype is just being a total pain in the flank today.
That's usual. Skype is usually a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it usually is. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. I wish I could say the same thing about Gonzo, but he's kind of sitting out for this one.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah, stomach upset.
Oh.
Nauseousness, dizziness, just basically dealing with, I guess, I can't say he has such a flu, I just think he's just has acid ingestion, if anything else. But, that's life at times. So, let's move on. So, you're an artist. Furry artist, pony artist, extraordinaire.
Kind of, I guess you could say. I'm a very beginning pony artist.
Okay. Well, I guess before we get into why you draw ponies or furries, let's start out with what inspired you to become an artist?
A long time ago, back in 2012, I graduated high school about a year before, and I didn't find I was good at anything, and then I started watching Gonzo's videos on YouTube, and I got onto Tumblr right around the same time I was getting into the brony community, and I saw people like Little Miss J and Atril and Sidon and a bunch of others doing a lot of really amazing art, and I wanted to get in on that myself. So I started working towards getting a tablet, and over the past year and a half I have been working towards improving myself and hopefully going to school this year.
What a way to start with Gonzo and Jay.
Oh yeah,
I just got back.
welcome back, Gonzo.
Well, Gonzo, it seems like Tinny got an inspiration from you, believe it or not.
Another one?
Yep.
Anyway, Tinny, I'd like to ask you a few things regarding furry art. Aside from Little Miss J and all of them, in the furry community, who would you say is your biggest inspiration when it comes to, furry art?
That's a hard one. I forget his name. I want to say Freckles, but then I don't. It's
Oh, I have.
For me,
they're
for
not,
me,
it's not, it's not Freckles. It's
Wait, I think I know what you're talking about. It goes by other names too. Some people call him Soto, I think. Yeah, he does over.
I can't remember. It's in my. Take
your time, man. Take your time.
Somewhere, but I can't remember and I can't find it. Zwitter Kitsune is a big one. Same with Burning Donut and quite a few others. Vixie Hooves has been a big one too. And
not bad.
Okay.
All right, your turn.
My turn. Okay. So, what was the first cartoon that you actually started liking and always wanted to draw, in like style wise?
That would have had to be Animaniacs. I watched that from a very early age, and I always loved how it was drawn.
Cool.
You gotta start somewhere, and you picked the good one.
It was a fantastic one.
Okay. Since you talk about certain cartoons, getting inspiration from them, did you have any particular animated movies that inspired you as well?
Movies, as far as animation, Cowboy Bebop movie and the FMA movie were two really big ones. Part of the reason why is because they have some of the best fighting scenes I've ever seen. And I just love Cowboy Bebop in general.
So, so your art style, I guess you kind of developed a bit of an anime touch to it as well?
Kind of, sort of. I'd like to be an animator, so it's more inspired me to take animation classes somewhere in the future than anything else.
Very nice. Like I said with Animaniacs, you picked some pretty good choices. You know, anime is pretty popular nowadays.
Definitely. If you want to get a job, that's something you should do.
Cool. So with all that build up, what would you say if you had a choice of what basically inspired you now? What inspires you now to continue on drawing?
Myself, I have a project I'd really like to do. I'm a huge fan when it comes to horror, and I would really like to do a horror-based animated film sometime in the future when I can.
You're talking Mean Spirits language right there, buddy.
If you know what's
I'm,
up.
I'm a huge Silent Hill fan, so
You know, there actually
Oh,
is. There actually
one
is.
moment.
Sure thing.
What was you gonna say there, Mean Spirit?
There actually is a ghost town, basically abandoned, but it's open to the public. That's kind of like a semi-museum, but it still looks like an old western town. In Bodies, California.
Really now?
Mhm.
Very interesting.
I still don't know why it was abandoned.
Mysterious. Maybe Tinny will probably make your story into a animated feature.
Oh, maybe.
Alright, I'm so sorry. What happened?
I was telling them that there is an abandoned ghost town called Body. It's in Bodies, California, and it's still like the old western days. And it opens to the public, to people to walk around and see what it was like during the old west. But it's like a ghost town. Bodies, Bodie.
I want to say I know that place. Or at the very least, I've heard of it.
Yeah, everybody has heard of it. Oop. I don't know what.
Don't worry, that was my end. Nothing bad.
That's okay.
It's quite all right. It's quite all right.
So yeah, you could probably do it. You'll probably find stuff that's. I could probably give you a link to a bunch of haunted places you guys should write stories on.
Oh, that'd be very interesting.
So trust me, there's a lot of places. I'll share that link with you after the show.
Awesome.
But let's move on. I guess we could move on to the. I guess the last question would be, before we move to the brony question, is what was your first art style you drew in?
First art style you drew in.
The first art style I drew in, I tried my hand at doing pure anime back when I was in high school, and I failed horribly at it. And then I really didn't pick it up until 2011, and I started drawing in the MLP style, and it's kind of just evolved from that.
Okay.
It seems to me like My Little Pony is really starting to bring out the monsters inside these artists, man. Just really getting out there and just making things happen. You know what I mean?
Well, because it's a unique art style of its own. That's what really inspired people the most, because it's one of a kind of its own, and I mean it's great to a lot of people, and as bad as to another set of people. But either way, it still works. So it's basically wherever art style you find yourself in, that's the one you want to go with. So with that being said, I guess we could move on to the brony questions.
All right.
So usually Gonzo usually does this, but since he's not feeling well, we'll do this for him. Number one, favorite of the main six,
Pinkie Pie.
and why?
All right.
Because I don't know, I love Pinkie Pie's enthusiasm, and I love the way she looks. I think her design is absolutely wonderful, and the fact that she's so springy in her animation is fantastic to me.
She's like the perfect cartoon character.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, because she's basically just like the Animaniacs.
Pretty
Funny-
much.
Funny you say that, Mean Spirit.
Because the Animaniacs always breathe their fourth wall barrier, and so does Pinkie Pie.
Fun-
It's like what was it? Like, come on, give me the bird. That's like, I can't. This is a kids show.
Funny you say that, Mean Spirit, because Tinny, believe it or not, would you believe that Andrea Libman actually loves Animaniacs? That's one of her favorite shows of all time.
Yeah, isn't she friends with a lot of the people who made that too?
Absolutely.
Why?
I think Tara Strong was friends with one of the lead voices to Yakko, I believe.
And that would be Rob Paulson.
Yep.
Okay, I think I will take this question. Aside from the main six, let's look at the hipster main six. Who's your favorite out of those?
The hipster main six.
That would be Octavia, Vinyl, Derpy, and all them.
Oh, Octavia, naturally. It has to be Octavia.
Octavia.
Really?
I love Octavia.
What?
I think she's awesome.
And why do you say that?
I don't really know myself. I just think she's awesome. I like the way she looks, and I like that she has just become something out of pretty much nothing.
So you like the whole entire classy thing of her.
Yeah. I think that's really cool.
Cool. Favorite princess?
I gotta love the Moonbutt. Moonbutt is
Yeah, the Little Republic.
Now and forever.
Oh yeah. Favorite villain?
Favorite villain would have to be Nightmare Moon.
Yeah.
I've always liked Nightmare Moon. There was always something more to her.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. That's very that's a very interesting thing. It's like I hope we get to expand on Nightmare Moon a little bit in season 5, but then again, knowing the cast and crew, they're not going to say anything. Next thing you know, we'll probably see Grogar in season 5.
Who knows?
If we already got the Tyrek, then next thing you know, Grogar is going to be next.
All right, next one.
I think I will take this one, Mean Spirit.
Go ahead.
We have 4 Cutie Mark Crusaders. Which one of the 4 is the best, in your opinion?
Sweetie Belle. She's just too cute.
It's that squeaky voice.
It is. It really is.
If it ain't her squeaky voice, it's her epic singing voice.
It's the squeak. It's always be the squeak.
She's
Favorite.
just way-
Go ahead. You were say?
No, I was just saying she's way too cute.
Yeah. Favorite episode?
That would have to be season 2, episode 9, Sweet and Elite.
Nice.
Ooh.
That was the first one that got me into the fandom to begin with.
I see someone likes a little bit of Rarity on the side as well.
Rarity is awesome.
We need
She's
more
like-
Rarity fans.
Well, she is, after all, voiced by the same person who does Princess Moonbutt.
Wait, that is her?
Tabitha Saint Germain.
Wow.
Surprise!
Oh, and by the way, I got a question. I got a new question that's going to tie in. Seeing as how MLP is now at 91 episodes, I have to ask you this question. In your opinion, what's the best season so far?
I haven't seen all of season 3. I kind of stopped after the 12th episode.
You haven't seen Magical Mystery Cure yet?
I don't think so. I got all the way up until the superhero episode. So I can't really say anything definitely on season 4. But I think season 2 is the best one thus far.
Everybody says that season 2 is like the grand epitome of the show.
Season 2 was really good.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to throw a new question out there.
All right, what's that?
I hate to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Favorite cult?
Oh, that's a hard one. I'm gonna have to say Big Macintosh.
Everybody loves him.
I love me some Big Macintosh.
Someday.
Because the whole entire male perspective has been grown out further. So there's more stallions, more colts being put out there. So I kind of want to expand that a little bit because you know why? All the mares are getting a little too much love.
The guys need some love too.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. Okay, you've seen a lot of the episodes. Favorite town in Equestria?
Favorite town in Equestria? I'm a huge fan of the way Canterlot is designed. I like Canterlot a lot.
Still going with classy. Okay, cool. This one's going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting one. Favorite quote?
Favorite quote? Gosh, I don't think I even have one. I never really thought of that.
Yeah, we'll work on those questions. But now I'm gonna hit you with the one question I don't think anybody has asked in a while. There's a lot of great music cues in the show. There's been a lot of great songs. But what do you think is the best one of them all? And this
wrap up.
Yes, going back to season 1.
That you to just not love. That is a great song.
Oh yeah.
All the way back from season 1.
All right, I think that we pretty much hit every burn question. I think.
I'd say we have.
Unless.
You know, you mind if I take the wheel for a second?
Actually, I'm gonna have this one last. Have you seen all the Luna episodes?
All of the Luna episodes.
Which one's your favorite?
It would have to be the one where I forget the name of the episode, but I do believe it's in season 4. Where they are cleaning the old castle, and they reveal some of Luna and Celestia's past when Luna was turning into Nightmare Moon.
You're talking
my favorite episode with Luna.
Princess Twilight Sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that was a pretty good episode. I mean, it was nice to see a good origin of Luna and how her transformation to Nightmare Moon happened. Good choice.
It was beautiful.
Yep. So let's steer things around a little bit real quick.
Tell you what, I'm going to ask him a very unique question, considering his stance in the furry fandom.
Okay.
Tinny,
Mm-hmm.
have you been to any cons before? I mean, any conventions?
I have never been to a con. I've wanted to go to them, but I've never had the money to do so.
Interesting.
Yowzers.
Well, let me ask you this then: if you had to pick a con to go to in your area or any surrounding area, where would it be and why?
Oh, if I could go to a con, I'd definitely go to BronyCon just because that's sort of the main one I've always wanted to go to since the very beginning.
Well, you do know about BabsCon, right?
I do,
It's another
but I
big
thought that
one.
was a one-time event thing.
No, they're already planning for next year already.
Oh, they are? Well,
Yeah,
damn, I'm
it,
gonna
it,
try and
was
get
it
that
was
one.
that big. I was there myself, which
I'm gonna,
I will probably give more details about BabsCon after this interview.
I will definitely make an effort to show up for that one because I want to go to somewhere in California.
Are you from California yourself?
Yes, I am.
What part?
I am from Rialto,
Oh, jeez, I'm over here in Richmond area.
the Richmond area. Is that pretty nice?
It's really nice. I'm like about a 30 to 40 minute drive from where BabsCon was at.
Oh,
So basically, I'm like very close to the Bay Bridge.
you're closer to Pearl than I am, aren't you?
Wait, Pearl?
Dark Pearl?
Where is she from?
He's from California.
What
He
part?
lives, Ventura.
Ventura, I believe, is more southern.
Because I know that that's like right in between. That's in between me and LA. Or no, LA is between me and him.
Oh, yeah, you're more further up then, I believe. Because
I'm about.
we can go into this later on. We'll discuss this later. But yeah, BabsCon is a really good convention. I met Jay. I met Little Miss Jay there. He showed up there. There was there was a lot of interesting artists, a lot of panels. People show up to those panels.
And you know what? This would be a golden opportunity for you to get your art noticed out there. Trust me, a convention can get your art noticed throughout the entire community. All it does is begin with the word of mouth.
That would be fantastic.
Okay, back to you, Mean.
All right, let's get into your OC. You want to introduce your OC?
Um. Okay, so I gotta bring up a reference real quick.
By all means, take
My
your time.
OC, my OC, if anything, is more of just an avatar. I never really bothered building an OC during uh, my artistic life thus far. Although I do have a couple in mind for the future, I just need to develop them a little more.
Of course.
I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and copy the link and paste. And there you go. Right there, guys. Take a look at that action.
Oh, I should have put that in the.
No, but it's okay. It's okay. We got it right there for you, buddy. We got you hooked up.
But yeah, so what inspired you to create this character?
I needed something to represent myself, and he's gone through quite a few many changes over time. Beforehand, he was an alicorn, unfortunately, and then I changed him to just a regular unicorn. And like I said, I just needed something to represent myself, so I decided to use him to do it. And I threw a beard on there and put a cigarette in his mouth and called it done.
Cool.
Definitely cool indeed.
So what's his special talents?
An artist, pretty much, and being extremely cynical, if anything.
Okay, cool. Cynical. Let's see. What kind
1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
But let's see. Is that what your original design was for your character?
Yes. Well, kind of. He's gone through a color change, and as I have grown a beard, he too has assigned himself to a beard. But other than that, that's pretty much the original design.
A great big bushy beard.
What about big, great, bushy beards?
Nothing.
Beards are awesome.
Beards are awesome.
Ears are awesome.
Beards.
Oh, beards are awesome, of course. I
Wait.
wish I could have a beard, but unfortunately, I can't.
That's because
That's not-
you could never be awesome.
Well, you know what? Once I'm out of the Navy, I'm growing my my lovely head of hair out, and I'm getting my beard.
Navy's got some problems if you're not letting me grow a beard, man.
When have they not had problems?
Touche. Touche. So with your character, basically with talents being drawing and being cynical, where does he live?
Lives in Ponyville.
Any special sun ponies?
Thus far, no. Although I do have him on a blog with a Frenzo Sue called Ariel's Little Pet.
Okay.
It's bit NSFW, so
Okay.
I don't know if you'd like that or not.
It's fine. We're just asking questions. Don't worry about it. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy at all.
Okay, so he has a special sun pony.
I wonder who it could be.
Any crushes?
Any crushes? I don't know. Vars is quite the handsome stallion, I have to say.
I see somebody's going for the stallions rather than the mares.
It happens.
Yeah, it does. I'm not surprised, though.
Let's see. Anything you can tell about his story?
Really, no. He doesn't have any assigned stories to him. He's mainly very generic. I haven't bothered adding any backstory to him, really. I've been quite lazy with him.
This happens from time to time.
Yep, agreed. Oh, boy. What else could we ask about that wonderful OC?
I got one. You might find this one interesting. Any weaknesses?
Any weaknesses?
Mm-hmm.
Anything dealing with food? Because I absolutely love food.
Nice. Well, the reason I'm asking these type of questions is basically because you hear a lot of stuff about Mary Stu's and whatnot. It's like, I think it'd be a good question. It's like, does your character have any weaknesses at all? It's like, because so basically your side zero is food. Like any good food, you'll be like, oh, I'll do anything you ask me to.
Okay, now here's the question. Since it's about your weakness, what's the one food that you fall weak at the haunches for?
Oh, the one food I fall weak at the haunches for, that'd have to be burgers. Or, I don't know, what would be the pony equivalent of that?
Hey, burgers.
Hey burgers or veggie burgers. Veggie burgers.
Yeah, there we go, veggie burgers would be one.
Well, then I guess I'll probably go make you a nice big tofu veggie burger for you, huh? What do you like on it? Pickles, lettuce,
Tofu.
tomatoes?
Tofu.
Tofu is they use tofu on veggie burgers all the time.
Some actually just use soybeans.
You're kidding me? Tofu's my best friend. He got me through Resident Evil 2. Why would you eat him?
See look what you did. Look what you did now.
I'm a bad little unicorn, aren't I?
Yes, you are. Go to your room. Or go to... probably knowing Night Blossom, he probably said, "You've been a bad pony. Go to my room."
We'll see.
I don't know. Let's see. What else? I'm trying to make this stretch out a bit. You know what? I got a couple of good questions. What is your plans, futures for your pony?
I'd really like to adapt them to a comic later on that I want to do with a friend of mine involving the apocalypse, because I think that would actually be really funny.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
And
Exactly.
I feel fine.
And then you can never pronounce what happens in between those parts.
You know, you can. You just have to listen very carefully, or at least have the lyrics in front of you, so you have to say it really quick. It's kind of like that whole entire deal with Patrick Stewart with that, you know, he just kept talking and one incredibly unbroken sentence moving from topic to topic, so no one could interrupt. It was pretty quite hypnotic. So that's basically how it was in that whole entire song. It was unbroken.
Oh, that is pretty beautiful then.
So, okay. Since we're kind of winding down a bit. What does your pony does for a job in Ponyville?
Ponyville, he is a professional illustrator.
Professional illustrator, huh?
You don't hear many of those.
That's very interesting. I'd like to hear about this. Tell us more.
I myself am planning to go into the artistic world as either an illustrator or an animator, and I can't really think of anything else that he would really do in Ponyville outside of illustrating, considering this is real talent is art.
Always a good thing.
Very good thing.
He has his priorities.
And he knows how to set those goals high.
Yep.
I like that about that guy.
Well, you got any more questions, T-Bone?
I'm kind of dipping my well's kind of dipping dry.
How about you, Gonzo? You feeling okay to ask a question or not?
I got nothing.
Okay. That
Tell you
leads-
what,
That pretty much leads to the final question.
and I think I will answer that.
You-
Tinny,
Go ahead.
I said, Tinny, I know you're a bright and rising artist yourself. You got so much inspiration under your belt, and you've got the whole world getting ready to come at you. Do you have anything to say to anybody who's starting out just like you?
Be calm, be cool, and use references whenever you can. They are the biggest tool.
In
Don't-
short,
Don't be
What?
afraid to copy, just so long as you give proper credit.
you know what?
That's very
I love that. Cool, calm, collected. Stay true, man. Just stay true.
No problem.
Tinny, I think you're gonna go places, man. I really think you are.
Thank you very much, T-Don.
true. Yep.
Not a problem.
Well, thank you for coming on to the show, and we'll talk to you later, and I'll talk to you about that link that I was telling you about.
No problem. Thanks for having me, guys.
No problem. And you take it easy.
Bye.
Meh.